All right, I'm in the XLS Plus, so at the ProLine 21, I'm going to update the database. So looking at this console, got this little door right here. We're going to open this up. And I've already downloaded the database onto this flash drive. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in, see the yellow light flash, and I'll come up to push IDX, MCDU menu, database unit. Let's see what available LRUs we have. I'm going to update the list. So I'll just go ahead and do it on the other side as well. Database unit. Update available LRU. So I've loaded everything up. We're going to update everything because it's going to expire 29th of November. So you see here, I go ahead and start selecting FMS1 and FMS2. I'm going to go ahead and load J7 on these and it takes a while for that. Once I start that, I'll come back to the IDX status. No, IDX MCDU menu, database unit, available LRU. It already knows that, so I come here to the FSU L28 and start loading the files in the FSU L28 as well. J7 is going to take a long time, and so you see all of that there. I'm just going to go start at the top. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we have to wait for it. Yeah, you'll see some of these updates are fairly quick. The J7 America is still on 1%. I'm already at 45% on the FSU, the DLGX, GWX. That's part of the weather. And then while we're doing that, the database effectivity shows blank, that there's a fault, only because the FSU is in op, since we are loading into the FSU at this time. 66%, this is moving along pretty quick. 70. Oh wow, we're already at 4% on the FMS J7. So you just have to be patient. I have a power cart plugged in. If you turn the battery on and you turn the Avionics on, you're going to drop down to 23 volts. You might be down to 22. Oh, that one's already complete. That's great. So I'm going to go ahead and come back here to available LRU. So now I'm just going to go to EMAPS, the next one down the list. Okay, and that's going to, hopefully that'll load up pretty quickly. So we will wait. Yeah, so the battery, like I said, it'll be at 24 or more when you turn on the battery, and then it drops down to 23 when you turn the Avionics on. By the time you're done loading this, you'll probably be about 21.5 to 22 volts. If you think that you're going to be able to load all of this up on the battery, I highly recommend you have the APU running if you're going to be outside, or if you're unable to plug it into a power cart. And my power cart happens to be, it only produces 25 volts here in the airplane, but it seems to be working because power coming into the power cart is a single phase, and it should be 3-phase power. And that's just because of the supply coming in from the airport. For some reason, couldn't be 3-phase. It was only single phase. I can dial the card up, but the card itself, when I plug it into the airplane, is 28 volts and anywhere from 800 to 1,000 amps before it goes into the airplane. You see that EMAPS seems to be loading pretty quickly too, so we're just going to watch it a little bit here and see how it goes. Yeah, if this is your first time doing the updates, it's a little frustrating, but I always make sure that my flash drive is formatted, and I always do that prior to every update. I always format my flash drive, and that ensures that there's no confusion. Because if you think you can just go in there and delete all your files, they're still there, and ProLine 21 can see all your old files unless you format it and clean that flash drive completely. And then just be patient when you're in the airplane and you're loading, because that J7 Americas takes a while, and you'll probably start to finish 20 minutes is what it usually takes me, as long as I know what I'm doing. So I'm still at 76%, and I've been here for probably at least 10 minutes, maybe longer. And the Jepson disk, it's going to take some time here. It's kind of seems like it's stuck at 10%, but then it's going to push through and it's going to move pretty quickly after it gets that 10% load, past that 10% load marker. Yeah, the J7 Americas is progressing right along. We're still stuck at 10%. And as soon as that 10% is finished, it's going to jump up pretty quickly. J7 Americas at 90%, moving right along. Yeah, like I said, this is the patience. This is a game of patience right now, just waiting for this to be done. Like I said before, putting it on the power cord will keep you from getting frustrated and think that you're watching that battery eat away, and you're not going to have enough to do a startup if even if you do turn your avionics on, it's going to drop to 23. You need 24 volts minimum to start, so just don't even put it on the battery. Use the power cord or use the APU. The J7's almost done here. Looking good. You see it went to FMS Independent Ops. I just noticed that on the bottom there. Well, there we go. Now we're at 15%. Hopefully it'll move along pretty quickly. You can see, looks like the FMS 2 is, it says it's still 29 November, so you can see both of those, FMS 1 and FMS 2, are fully loaded. We just have to go in and change the dates, and I'll show you that, how to do that. 60%, that's good. I can't load anything else in that FSU L28 until this one on the right side is completely done. So we're just going to wait for it to finish, and it's at 75% now. Looks like it's moving pretty quickly. Like I said, it just stays at 10% for a long time. I think it's loading all the charts for the whole nation, everywhere that we have subscribed to. Okay, verifying files, that's good. And then we can come down here and do status. You see where it says active database is 27 December. Okay, this side's done. I'm going to go ahead and get back there. Database unit, available LLU. Let's go FSU 20L28. It's finding those. So we've already done all these three. Let's do this one here. It's good until December of 2024. And that should move along pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and take this. So if you see this 30 November to 27 December, we're not going to fly until the 1st, so I'm going to, or the 2nd actually, so I'm going to go ahead and put this up there now. So you take that, drop it down to the scratch pad, and put it in the active database section. It shows up as yellow because it's not current until the 30th, which is, what day is today? Today is the 28th, so 2 days from now, it'll be current. And I'm just gonna, but that stays in the database. If I need to fly today, tomorrow, or the next day, I can put that back in there. You can see the weather is loading pretty quickly. I have the subscription for the XM, which I highly recommend because it's only about, I think it's $58 a month for the XM service, but you actually have to get somebody to help you turn it on in your airplane. Okay, now it looks like the XM GWX load is complete. Let's check it out, see if there's anything else we missed. So I'm going to go back to MCD menu, database unit, available LRUs. And I look up here and I can see that I have, that one's good till 27 December, 13 December, 29 November, 29 November. We need to fix those two airspaces and airways. I'm not sure why that's like that, but we'll have to fix that, and I'll see. Maybe I missed something, but got the Jepson disk, got the DL, GWX, EMAPs. I think we loaded everything. I'm gonna go ahead and try to reload the Jepson disk and see if that fixes the. It's probably the charts, but I need to have airspace and airways fixed. So we'll might have to go back in and reload something because I think I must have missed something. Okay, looks like the EMAPS is done. We're at 100% and 57% on the J7. That takes a while. So here we go, back to another. Let's see what we can do next. Finding little files. Let's do the JEP disk 24. Okay, let's see. I think that's actually, yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll see how that goes. So right now, you see that pops up and then now it's processing and goes away. Okay, you see this load is complete, and we're gonna go ahead and do, I think we might have one more maybe? No, let's go back. Okay, we got the XM, we did the SX GWX, now we're doing the XM GWX. And I believe that's the last one we have. Well, I just logged into the Collins Aerospace data downloads for aeronautical data services, and I looked at my database downloads, and you can see there that the J7 America is effective 2 November 23 to 29 November 23, and effective 30 November 23 to 27 December 23. So what I'm hoping is, once on the 30th, it'll automatically become effective until the 27th of December. So we'll see. I'll come back in a couple days and look at that.